Dear Ally Condide, I read your book Atlantia. To be fair, that's the only one of your books that I've read. And I have some questions. First of all, is this part of a series? Because throughout the entire book, you kept on mentioning how they replied as if they had read her thoughts. Yeah. So, but then that was never addressed. It was as if everybody could read her thoughts. Is that just a thing that happens with the sirens? I don't know. It was never addressed. So if you are going to make it a sequel, I suggest that to be explained. Because why can everybody just, read her thoughts? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Secondly, why in the world did she need to fall in love? She already had a reason to want to save Atlantia, and she had a reason to want to save... She wanted to save it for herself because she needed it to live, but she also wanted to save it for her sister so that, her sister and her sister's boyfriend, husband, person could live happily up top while she lived down below, and they could visit each other and see each other. I get that. That makes sense. The love of sisterhood and the preservation of self was enough for her to make her big speech and everything. And so, why did she need to fall in love? It was completely unnecessary. It was, they barely knew each other. It's oh, well, we've been hanging out for a while. I guess we should make out now. And he's the obvious choice for her because she can't control him. And so that makes it good for them so that, she knows that she's never going to accidentally make him do something that he doesn't want to do, and he can trust her not to do that. But, yeah, so, it makes sense for them to eventually get together, but the way they got together is just oops, I guess we're in love now. Cool, I love you so much that I'm gonna make this big speech. Half for you, half for my sister. And, it was, again, helpful that she had somebody down with her at the end of the book that she could live with. But, that could have been a friendship just the same, or it could have been just, the thought that maybe, now that these people who couldn't be controlled by sirens were becoming a thing, now there is a possibility that she could one day find love, and she can become somebody big and important down there now that she's made this big speech and everything. I don't know, I felt like she already had, the really strong bond of friendship with her sister. Why did you need to add on the relationship on top of that? It just seemed completely unnecessary, and I really wish that there were more heroines out there that didn't, have to have a relationship in order to make their big, triumphant, heroic act thing. I don't know, and it just, it all just felt too convenient. They didn't really get to know each other. It was just, my best friend's gone, my sister's gone, oh, cool, let's make out. I don't know. Sorry, I really enjoyed it. I loved the world of Atlantia. I loved the idea of the sirens and the whole, mythical element to it. I really liked the main character and her sister, even though we barely got to know her. But I think it would make a really cool series. Anywho, love Christiana. Okay, so if any of you are watching this and you're like, what the heck was that? This is my series called Letter to the Author. It will be in the playlist called Letter to the Author, so if you want to see some of my other booky type things where I talk to the author about one of the books that they've written, caution, there are spoilers in all of them, then just go ahead, click on the playlist, see what else is there. I think there's 2 or 3 right now. Hopefully there'll be more. Yeah. Okay. Oh, other update, if you don't watch my channel with my sister, I got a job. I'm gonna be a research assistant while I'm getting my master's degree, which is amazing. I'm so freaking excited. I can't articulate it. But so maybe some information on that in the future. But for now, good night, sweet dreams. Love you.